Now I'm going to ask a question to myself. Maybe you feel familiar also. The question is, I really like to meditate, but I'm too lazy. I haven't started my daily practice yet. What should I do? Okay, that's the question. The answer is, you just jump 3 times and that's it. No, I'm joking. The answer is, don't worry. Okay. Don't fight with the laziness. Accept laziness. And you can try to play with your laziness. How? Because I think one of the problem for the practitioner, those who like to meditate or practice compassion or whatever practitioner, one of the big problem is doing too much first time. Oh, I received this wonderful teaching today. I'm gonna practice from today on or from tomorrow. Then you go back to home, meditate. Concentration. This is why you cannot meditate. You feel dull, uncomfortable, or you push too much, your monkey mind become wild. So many thinking. And you don't know how to meditate, you don't know what is meditation, and you might wonder, what is the sign of the meditation, How can I tell I'm in meditation or not? These are the problem, because your mind too tight. Then after a few hours later, few days later, you lost interest about meditation. You might think, forget about meditation. Sounds nice, but difficult to practice. Then you just give up. Become too loose. The too tight first, then it become causes of the too loose. In between that, you have no balance. This is why balance is important. Don't try to push yourself too much at the first time. So first time you try to practice meditation, loving kindness, compassion, any practice, just a little bit, short time and many times. A time which is you can manage. Every day maybe 15 minutes, something like sitting meditation, 15 minutes like that. And also very important to apply your meditation, your practice, whatever, in the daily life. Try to join your spiritual life and the daily life together. That's the best. Otherwise, okay, I'm going to meditate. Close door, window, quiet. Shh. There's noise. No good. Some people walking here, My neighbors making noise. So then you cannot meditate. But even you can meditate while you're sitting, while you're in the cushion. But when you're off the cushion, your meditation is gone. Almost like you are a different person, different people. This is why you try to join meditation in daily life. How to do that? Also with short time and many times. This is why, for example, morning you wake up, try to develop good motivation. Okay, today, this is the beginning of new day. I'm going to apply practice, meditation, loving kindness, compassion, and the Mahayana practice, Hinayana practice, whatever, Vajrayana practice, or even just no religion, just meditation. If you have no religion, also okay, just meditation, whatever. I'm going to practice all those things, but for what? Not only for me, for others, for benefit for other sentient beings. That's why try to develop good motivation morning. Then after that, maybe if you want, you can sit 15 minutes or whatever. It's depend on you how you can fit in your schedule. After that, try to practice meditation short time, many time, everywhere, anytime. You can meditate while you taking breakfast, watching televisions, taking showers, going to the office. Short time, many times. Don't try to look for a special place. Oh, I'm going to meditate. Where's the chair? Where's the cushion? Oh, should I sit here? Oh, no. Don't worry. Whenever you remember your practice or your meditation, just do it. But it lasts only a few seconds. No problem. For example, if you're in the train, subway, you can meditate while you're standing up or sit down. For example, there's a shamatha meditation, which is without object, rest your mind as it is, or aware of your breath, or aware of movement of your body also, or just know what you're doing. Just be present with the situation, what you have right now. Oh, I'm walking, I'm talking, I'm drinking tea. Okay, I'm going to office. Just know what you feel, what you're doing. That is the meditation also. And then if you cannot, if you forgot, if you cannot aware of these things, then you can have some support for remind your meditation. Make special star, put it in your office, on your computer, or in your home, dining home, bedroom. Whenever you see the star, try to remember your practice. One special practice is good for me is counting your practice. Maybe you can make some goal. Yes, let's say I want to remember my meditation 30 times per day. And you try to remember while you're walking. Okay, meditation 1. You can count even with your fingers. While drinking tea, meditate 2. Hello, good morning. Meditate 3. It doesn't take too much, and it can fit with your schedule. With party, meeting, driving car, and office, whatever, it can fit. And especially if you are making a very special plan, if you are engineer, architecture, whatever, then you have to think a lot. So first, think, and then end up thinking, meditate. Rest your mind into whatever meditation. Think and meditate. Think and meditate. And that's good for your plan, your project, whatever. Your brain can rest. That's why you can allow to think more, and you can have more nice ideas. And that's also good for meditation. Meditation become fresh. Short time, many time, it's always good, because meditation is short time. It can remain fresh. Long time, dull, unclear, or agitate, or mind become wild. There's a short time, not time for dullness, not time for boring, not time for too much, become wild. That's why short time is good. But many times, it will develop your meditation. Like water liquid falling into the big container, 1, 2, 3. In the end, the big container will full of water. It's just from 1 or 2 drops of water. That's why same like that. Practice again and again. Then your daily life become part of practice. And as you familiar with the meditations, then you can use the daily problem as support for your meditations. You can make friendship with the panic. It's pretty difficult, but it can be done. And problems, emotions, and everything becomes support for your meditation. Shamatha meditation can be support for loving kindness, compassion, can be support for vipassana, I think this you can learn later. I'm just telling you just idea, but I'm not going to tell you now all these things. You can find out. I think you will. Thank you.